Good morning, this is Steph MC, and I'm with Integrative Orchid Practice. And if you haven't liked my YouTube channel, please do so already, and please subscribe to the notifications as well with the bell icon. And we are going to get started today with a morning flow to get your day going, as well as relieve low back pain. So we'll be focusing on the low back as well as an energy boost for the beginning of your day. But we will get right started. We are going to be starting in a comfortable extended child's pose. So your toes are touching, the knees out wide, as long as the long edges of the mat. The fingertips are going to be reaching towards the tops of your mat. The forehead is going to be firmly pressing into your mat here. And continue pressing your hips into your mat and the tops of your feet as well into your mat here. Start to take a few deep breaths in and out through the nose here. We'll cultivate our Ujjayi breath, strong inhales and exhales with a slight constriction at the back of the throat. Here in these next few breaths, we're going to cultivate an intention for our practice, whether that's an intention for ourselves or a situation, anything in particular. We will create our intention now. And a couple more deep breaths in and out through the nose here, bringing the oxygen all the way into the lower belly. We're going to come up into a counter position here, coming into a high cobra, just letting the hips drop here, extending the feet out behind you, shoulders away from the ears, and then coming into a tabletop position. So here in our tabletop position, we want to align the wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. And find some movement, wiggle the hips side to side, whatever feels good to you in this posture here. We're going to start our cat-cow, but it's going to be slightly different. It's going to be a swaying cat-cow. So we're going to take an inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, really press your hips away from each other here. And then we're going to exhale, round the spine. And then we're going to go back into a child's pose all the way. Inhale, we're going to sway right back up, drop the belly, lift the chest, go into our cow as we exhale, round the spine. Then we're going to push back again. So we're going to repeat 2 more times as we inhale, come up, off the belly, exhale, round all the way back. It's our last one. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going to meet into a neutral position here. We're going to go into a spinal balance. So inhale, right arm forward, left leg back. So here we're activating the toes, the fingertips, a long line. Here, shoulders and hips are squared to the floor. We're going to take an inhale, try and reach a little taller. As you exhale, you're going to crunch knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Repeat 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. We're going to go to the other side now. Left arm forward, right leg back. Linear line, hips are squared. Inhale, reach a little higher. Exhale, crunch, knee to elbow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. And we're just going to create some heat here, tucking all 10 toes and hovering the knees off the ground about 2 inches. We're here for about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend to downward facing dog. So here in our downward facing dog, we're pedaling out the feet, finding movement. Our hips are the tallest part in our bodies. So really press through your finger pads here, create a suction-like cup at the base of your hands. Take one more deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, you're going to lift the heels, bend the knees. Take baby steps to meet the tops of your mats and your hands. We're going to take an inhale, slide your hands to your shins, create your flat back. Exhale, you're going to fold forward. We're going to repeat. Inhale, come to your flat back. Really slide your hands to your shins, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, repeat one more time, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we're going to reach tall to a tall mountain. Exhale, hands into heart center. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right with the hands opening up to the right side. Your gaze is over to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open to the left. Your gaze is over to the left. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, we're going to sit into chair pose. Take an inhale, reach tall. Open the arms to a forward fold. Really open the shoulders here, forward fold. Inhale, slide your hands to your shins or your blocks. Exhale, plant the hands. We're going to step back to a high plank. We're going to lower the knees here. And we're going to come all the way down to the chest. And we're going to take an inhale to a baby cobra using our lower back muscles. Try and lift your hands off the floor. Exhale, come all the way down. We're going to repeat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, come all the way down. From here, we're going to go a little higher. Inhale, up, high cobra. So here we're going to bring arms almost to length. And then we're going to exhale, come all the way down. And from here, tabletop position and downward facing dog. 2 full breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On the next breath in, lift the heels, bend the knees, take bigger steps to meet the tops of your mats. Halfway lift, come to your blocks or your shins. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, tall mountain. And exhale, hands into heart. Inhale, breathe high. Exhale, we're twisting to the right. Inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale. And exhale, we're going to sit into chair pose. Couple of breaths here. Inhale. Really try and lengthen the low back here. Exhale. Inhale, reach tall, tall mountain. Exhale, we're going to fold forward with open arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to your high plank. Lower the knees or keep them up high. We're going to exhale, come all the way down to the ground. Inhale to your upward high cobra. Arms almost to length. Exhale, come all the way down. Here we're going to do high cobra and upward facing dog. Inhale, high cobra, and then upward facing dog. And tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. So we're going to go through that one more time. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Take bigger steps. Feet at the tops of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hands into heart. Inhale, reach all the way high. Exhale, open the arms. Twist to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open the arms. And we're going into a chair pose. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, bend, open the arms to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're planting the hands. Step back to your high plank. And you can either lower the knees. We're going to take a full chaturanga as we exhale. Come down to a 90. Untuck the toes. Inhale, press up. Upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. So take a couple of breaths here. And we're going to start on our sequence. So we're going to inhale right leg high. We're going to grab momentum. Exhale. Really point into the ceiling. Take an inhale, reach a little higher. Exhale, you're going to bring the right leg outside of the right hand for a lizard pose. And you're going to bring the left knee down. So you're either going to stay here in this position while we open up the hips, or you can come down to the forearms right here. Keep breathing. You can look forward, you can look down. Whatever's most comfortable to you right now is just breathing. Strong inhales and exhales through the nose. And whenever you're ready, come up to your hands. If you aren't already, you're going to heel to your foot all the way to the left. We're going to do a half pigeon. Open the hips a little bit more. Adjust the pose so your shin is parallel to the top of your mat. Your ankle can come closer to the groin, but that's a different stretch. So keep your shin as close as you can to the top of your mat. So here we are. If you're here, beautiful. If you want to come all the way to your forearms, even better. Make sure you're breathing, strong inhales and exhales through the nose here. Couple more deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, we're going to come up, if you aren't already, and we're going to bring the left knee in contact with the right heel. And our right hand plants behind us. We're going to inhale, open the hips. Press up, up, up. Exhale, come all the way down. Beautiful. And then we're just going to bring the left shin on top of right. Stack the shins. If we're a little tight, that's okay. And if the shins are a little bit off, that is okay. Just make sure you're flexing your toes, stacking them on top of each other. We're going to take an inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, we're going to fold over your legs. You're going to tent the fingers, try and reach the top of your mat, or if you're past your mat, bring the chin all the way towards your chest. One last full breath here. And slowly come up. We're going to rock back, rock forward, plant the hands, and sit back to a high plank and downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take one full breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale. Grab momentum. We're here for one full breath. Reach a little higher. Exhale. Bring the left foot outside of the left hand, and the right knee comes down for lizard pose on the other side. So you're either staying here or coming down your forearms. And just breathe here. Strong inhales and exhales through the nose. We're opening up the inner hip flexor, or the hip flexors and the inner hips here. Two more full deep breaths, bringing the oxygen all the way into the lower belly. You need to come up to the hands if you aren't already. And go ahead and start heel toeing your left foot all the way to the right for a pigeon toe on the other side. So we're going to keep the left shin parallel to the top of our mat. We're going to adjust the posture. So we're here. We can either come to our forearms all the way down. We can rest our forehead on the floor. Keep breathing. Strong inhales. Exhales. And we're going to slowly come up from that. If you aren't on your hands already, we're going to connect the right knee in line with the left heel. We're going to plant the left hand behind. Right hand is going to come up for opening the hips here. Exhale, come all the way down. And now we're going to stack the right shin on top of left. Fire log pose. And if the shins are a little off, that's okay. Make sure that they're just standing on top of each other. We're going to take an inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. You can tent your fingers, reaching the tops of your mats, or if you're past your mat, take strong inhales and exhales all the way to the lower belly here. A couple more deep breaths. And as you finish your exhale, we're going to come up to a aligned spine, and we're going to rock back, rock forward to plant the hands, step back to a high plank and downward facing dog. So we're going to just bring the toes to touch here, go back into an extended child's pose, forehead to the mat. Take a couple of deep breaths, pressing your hips back into your feet, extending the fingertips towards the top of your mat. Take one full breath here. And on your exhale, you're going to walk the hands all the way out to the right for a left body stretch. So focus on the left side here, left rib cage. Breathe in and out. Last breath in. And then we're going to take an inhale, walk towards the center. Exhale, walk all the way towards the left. Now we're focusing on the right side, right rib cage. Keep breathing. Strong inhales, exhales. And last breath in. Walk the hands in towards the center. And exhale, press back. We're going to come up into a tabletop position and make our way to our backs. Very slowly and with control, bring the knees into chest. Rock side to side. If it feels good, give your low back a massage. Whatever feels good here, you can just hold them in towards your chest if that feels good. And then we're going to keep a hold of the right leg and bring it in towards the chest. We're going to extend the left leg. We're going to just open up the hip flexors a little bit more, which is another reason, tight hip flexors is another reason why our low back can give us pain or is inflamed, or we may just feel some discomfort in our hips. A lot of the times it is because of extreme tightness in our hip flexors or low back. This is why yoga is so good for your body, as well as emotional stress and not just your physical being. So once you are holding your knee into your chest, you're going to bring the right knee over to the left for a supine twist onto the left side. The right hand is going to extend out. Your gaze is over to the right. See if you can get some popping in your low back. Your right hand is pressing the right knee into the floor here to deepen the stretch. Keep breathing. You're focusing on extending and stretching the right side of the hip, the SI joint of the right side. Last breath in. Inhale the knee back to center. We're going to get both knees into the chest. Tight, tight, tight. Extend the right. Now we go on to the left. So nice firm grips in the left knee into our chest here. Keep breathing. So we're going to bring the right hand over the left knee. We're going to draw it over to the right side. Left hand is going to come over to the left. Your gaze is over to the left for a supine twist. Now we're focusing on the left side here. Keep breathing. Go ahead and unwind. Bring both knees back into chest. Tight, tight, tight. And we're going to go into happy baby pose. You're going to grab your thumbs, your big toe with your two peace fingers or the outer edges of your feet, and you're going to rock side to side. Make sure you're breathing. Your low back stays glued to the floor. Shoulders are glued to the floor. And then we're going to zip our legs back up. Give ourselves a tight, tight squeeze. And go into Shavasana for about 3 minutes. And here is where you rest and focus on your meditation. Feel your body pumping its blood throughout your entire extremities. This is where you get to reap the benefits of all the postures and your breathing. And you can stay in your Shavasana and your final resting pose for 7 to 10 minutes if you have time. Always the best part of our practice is to lay in stillness and absorb all of the breathing, the benefits, and the movements. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste.